Here we have a young leader who represents many communities who in just 8 weeks raised over $100,000 from over 700 donors, and who has inspired hundreds to be part of her movement and rally behind her. As we hear elevated rhetoric from the White House, and especially today, around issues that matter and people that we care about, it comes as no surprise that Orlando continuously sets a different tone. And Anna is somebody that stands behind the people affected by the announcement today. Our city is a leader in not only collaboration, innovation, but also inclusivity. We not only embrace these values, we champion them. Anna's an Orlando native, and she's a living example of this. I personally cannot wait for her to represent me in the Florida legislature. With that said, I want to introduce somebody who I have the honor to call a friend, and who all our communities have an honor to call a friend. Orlando Mayor Buddy Dyer.
Thank you, Carlos, and I am so pleased to be here today. Carlos has talked a little about our candidate here this morning, but I want to talk a little bit more about her and explain why I'm endorsing her and why I think it's important that she's the next representative from this House district. So, number one, Anna is a true Orlando native. She's the daughter of immigrants. She grew up in Orlando in a working class family. She attended Orange County Public Schools from kindergarten through high school, and she has not one, but 2 bachelor's degrees, 2 master's degrees, and is working on her PhD, all at our hometown university, University of Central Florida. So all that is to say that Anna understands Orlando as only a true native can understand Orlando. She understands Orlando's tremendous growth and the projection that we are on. She understands our challenges, especially the challenges that come with growth. She understands, most importantly, Orlando's potential. We're a young, big city, but we haven't made our destiny yet. We're not defined by who we have been or the past. We're defined by our future, and we need leaders like Anna to help lead into that future. As Mayor of Orlando, and maybe more importantly from this perspective, as a former Democratic leader in the Florida Senate, and as someone that's a few years older, I've come to learn what makes an effective leader. And I see those qualities in Anna. She's tough, but caring. She can identify with the struggles of hard-working families and the challenges that small business owners face. She knows that the only way to get things done is by building consensus across party lines and bridging cultural divides and making room for everyone at the table. She fights for meaningful change and not just a chance to grab the spotlight, and she never shies away from a challenge. Florida's House District 47 needs that kind of leadership. If you think about that district, it's very emblematic of Orlando as a whole, because it has Orlando, Winter Park, Belle Isle, and College Park, and it makes it a very diverse district that has a lot of different types of interesting people to represent. In Orlando, we're not just diverse. We pride ourselves on being the model of inclusion, and that's part of why I'm excited. When Anna wins, she will be the first Iranian American elected to any public office in the state of Florida. How about that? And I couldn't be more proud that it'll be Orlando that she represents. I have full confidence that she is the best person who just happens to be a woman for the job. So with that said, it is my honor to endorse Anna Eskamani for House District 47.
Wow, y'all, how do you like that? This is a big deal. I am so honored to be here today. Thank you to Carlos. You are a true innovator and a reflection of our creativity and entrepreneurship here in Orlando. So thank you for your support and thank you for being here. And Mayor Dyer, you have led our city through both triumph and tragedy. And having your support is so meaningful as an Orlando native. Words cannot even explain it. So thank you so much. I'm honored to not only call Orlando my home, but I am humbled to express my gratitude to you as our city's mayor. And I do stand before you today as an Orlando native, as a daughter of working people and immigrants who attended Orange County Public Schools K through 12. And my parents, who came to this country from Iran, came here in search of the American dream. And they actually came from different parts of Iran. My mom and dad, believe it or not, actually met in Orlando at the donut shop they both worked at together. Yeah, they found each other and they found love right here in Orlando. My dad went to UCF. He worked as a waiter at restaurants, got a degree in electrical engineering, and began working at Florida's Space Coast on the weekdays, but to make ends meet, worked at Walt Disney World on the weekends as a customer service representative. My mom had an accounting degree from Iran she could not use, and she actually worked at fast food restaurants with minimum wage jobs, and eventually was a department manager at Kmart. And it was there where me and my siblings would spend very late nights, help my mom clean shelves, look at toys we never really could afford, and help her close the store, but would be a very long and tiring night. And for my family, tired hands and achy feet are the norm. We know what it means to work hard. And this was my mom's last job, because after fighting a five-year battle with cancer, she passed away in 2004. And we were just 13 years old. And in that short time I knew my mom, she taught me 3 incredibly important values: hard work, empathy, and resilience. These are the values that define Orlando. These are the values that define our campaign. And these are the values that will secure us a victory in 2018. Woo! The loss of my mom, coupled with the struggles of families like mine, inspires me each day to work for those in our community who have so much and yet have so little. This campaign is about ensuring that all Floridians have equal opportunity to reach their fullest potential. And let me get this straight, y'all. We're not asking to make life easier for Floridians, because Floridians already work hard. We work hard, am I right? Woo! We work damn hard. But we're not asking to make life easier. We're asking to make life better. We're asking for broader shoulders. And as we celebrate this major moment in our campaign with Mayor Buddy Dyer, I am reminded of the greater movement we are building together in the face of so much uncertainty. And most recently, the actions of the Trump administration have already created a more dangerous America for people of color, one where immigrants are taken in front of their families to immediate deportation, where an attempt to ban Muslims from entering the country is signed into law, and the discrimination against our LGBTQ communities and people with disabilities is deemed acceptable. That's not right. We will not allow our country to be dragged backwards into fear, discrimination, hate. Not in this town. Not in House District 47. Woo! To echo our mayor, we not only embrace diversity in this community, we celebrate it. And our economic success is rooted in it. Businesses thrive when we have high-tech infrastructure, quality of life, and a talent pool to support them. Diversity is instrumental to that. And there's a lot to fight for these days, and many who are counting on us. And we know that today there's a decision on the deferred action for child arrivals known as DACA. And we stand with our dreamers here today. We stand with DACA, and we will do our part as a community to ensure that Congress passes a pathway to citizenship. And I know that each one of us here will demand the Florida legislature to do the same. Know this, that as your representative for this beautiful city and for the cities that surround us, that I will not let you down, and I will never leave anyone behind. Woo! And I will close with this. What makes our campaign so unique and important is that we offer a proactive solution to combat the dangerous rhetoric and disingenuous policies we see from Tallahassee and Washington, D.C. We can protest, we can rally as we should, but if we don't elect the right people to office, nothing will change. So if you care about education, enhancing our public schools, then you should join us. If you believe in climate change, and y'all know we have another hurricane coming, I believe in climate change, and I know that we need to ensure that we are combating the shift of climate, ensure that we have green solutions to economic development, that we have renewable sources of energy, and that we advance solar power. If you believe in these environmentally impactful issues, then you will join us. If you want to see higher paying jobs, home rule restored, and better wages, you will join us. And if you value equality, and I mean if you truly value equality, then you will join us. And if you believe that healthcare access is not something that should be taken away, but something that is expanded upon, then you will join us. And of course, if you stand with our dreamers, and I think folks here stand with our dreamers, then you will join this campaign. This race will not be easy. We will need your donations, your door knocking, your support, your cold calls, and warm asks. And in just 8 weeks, as was already echoed today, we raised more than $100,000 for over 700 individuals, y'all. That is movement building at its finest. The strength of the wolf is in the pack. And I think it's safe to say that we're looking pretty sharp.
Woo!
So with that said, we have a lot to fight for. We have a lot of work to get done. The opposition will be aggressive, but I have no doubt that with every act of intimidation, our courage only rises. Here's to House District 47. Here's to the City Beautiful. Here's to the work that we will do each and every day to make sure that no matter where you come from, who you love, who you worship, what your gender identity is or sexual orientation, that you will find a place to call home in Central Florida. Thank you everyone for being here. We appreciate the support, and onward for House District 47. Palante for House District 47. Thank you.